So today I'm going to show you guys how to make Darth Maul's Rebels lightsaber hilt. And this lightsaber ended up being a little too long, like most of my lightsabers. But in this case, I think Maul probably really was making up for something because he's half the man he used to be. So you want to start by getting a cardboard roll. I'm using an old wrapping paper roll. You want to cut it down to size. Mine was a little over 11 inches, which is actually a bit too long once it's done, but probably want to shorten yours. And then give it a coating of black paint. And then you'll take another tube. It's a little bit bigger than the first one. You want to make sure it can slide over the black one. You want to draw out two really long ovals on it, one on each side of the roll. And then on one side in between those two, draw a really thin one. You can't really see it, but I'm going to cut them all out here. So take your X-Acto or utility knife and cut out the ovals and the notches. So here it is once I've got the big oval on either side and the little notch right in the middle there. And then you just want to take some silver adhesive foil and wrap that right around the piece of cardboard. You can also just glue on tin foil or use silver paint. And then you just want to cut it out so that it matches all the cuts in the cardboard. So you end up with this. And then put a little bit of glue on the end of it and slide it right over the one that you painted black. You want it to be a little closer to the top than the bottom. And then take some more strips of that silver adhesive foil. And you're just going to make lines inside the oval. You can also just paint these on, but I like the really bright shine of the silver foil. You do that to both the big ovals to get yourself the nice little stripes going down it. Then I took a old phone cord, and this is actually left over from the Kylo Ren lightsaber I did, so I painted it red instead of blue, cut a couple pieces out of it, and then just glue those right into that notch. The notch is very thin, so you might have to take a pencil, or I'm using a pair of scissors to just get them aligned and centered. And the second piece is a little bit bigger than the first piece, but not much. So then just take some cardboard circles, and you're going to make sure they can slide over the black one, wrap them in silver foil, and then slide them over. So I've got 3 of them. One on the top's a little bit bigger. Then take a circle with a slit in the end of it. You want to pull it up so it makes kind of a wide cone. Put that on the top of the lightsaber so you can measure out what the diameter needs to be. Just mark it off with a pencil right where the end comes together. And then glue it together and cover it in silver foil. Then take another little piece of silver foil and stick that right on the top to cover up the hole and cut off the excess so you get a nice circle right on the top of your little wide cone. And then just glue that right on the end of the lightsaber. So there it is, glued onto the end, and then you want to do the same thing on the other end as well, so they both got the little cones on the end. So then cut kind of your half circle arch piece out of cardboard with little broken ends on it. And you'll give it a coating of metallic gunmetal gray. The reason you're doing this is because you want it to be a different shade than the silver foil. So then take your silver foil, trace around the piece of cardboard on it, and then cut it out. Lay it on the bottom half of your little arch. And then just cut off the excess, and you'll do it to both sides of it. So you get your little silver on both sides. You cut these little pieces out of some cardboard with little notches on the end there. Cover those in silver foil. And then you glue the arch piece right on the end. This is the piece that had the longer end on the circle. And then glue on little leg pieces. One and then the other. If hot glue doesn't work, you might have to use something like Power Tack to make sure that it sticks to the silver foil. And so there's the entire lightsaber. I should have put the legs a little bit closer so that they could sit up on it a little bit better, but this is what I got. I'm going to take it off now, and they do still kind of sit on it. And a quick shout out to Mary. Thank you for the Venmo tip. It's greatly appreciated.